Great pleasure to interact with you about the world's one of the most difficult is that any amount of knowledge that we interact will not really sink in. What is this? You all coming from Mangalore outside? Every day in the morning, your mother or brother or father will be collecting waste from your house and keeping it ready, listening to the whistle of the songs of the municipality or the panchayat. Yeah, it's familiar? Yes. Are you all familiar? Yes. Oh, great. Wonderful. So you see the picture here. Okay, you see the first picture that I put it. This is about the waste dumping yard in Wamanjur of Mangalore City Corporation. Okay, all this become like a big mountain because we are sending it from our house, each house. Right? Have you been to Wamanjur later? Yes. Have you smelled Wamanjur? Yes. That's good. When you pass through that bus, you will get an aroma. Is it? All the aroma which comes from our house. That's now. Why this has become a big problem everywhere? Why is it? So what are the things that are there in this month? Your food waste. What? Just say whatever. You are throwing every day. The plastic, thermocol, cardboard, glass pieces, tube light pieces, anything what you think of here which is not required, which has just stopped its use. Yeah? Just give an example. You all buy a new dress, isn't it? Shirt or pant. How does it come when you buy it in the shop? Beautiful pack with the plastic and things like that. Then you open the box, then you remove it from the plastic cover. Then you remove the plastic clippings in the shirt, if it is a shirt, right? Then the tag and everything. The moment you have paid money for all those things, but as soon as you come home, you go to wear it and you do all this paraphernalia. And where does these things go? Where? Why? You have paid money for it. The moment it reaches your house, you want to wear it. The most desirable package becomes useless. You observe it? Isn't it? So you get all the eatables like milk, ghee and everything which comes in a packet, and the moment you start using it, it becomes useless. Now there is a problem. Tell me whether waste is a problem to the cities or whether it is a problem to the rural areas. How do you say? What is the origin of waste? If you look into your background, all the histories, the most difficult problem what you find, the waste is actually a problem of urbanites. Got it? If you look into the history of that, you will find that waste concept was just started in England when there were the locomotives, and all these locomotives were run on coal, and when the coal is burned, the ash will be left behind. Now they did not know during the industrial revolution what to do with it. So the waste is actually a urban problem of the industrialization. When every matter, whatever has finished its usage, it has to be managed. Now it becomes a problem of waste management in the urban areas. So the government brought in some laws saying that you cannot dump it here everywhere. It has to be put in some places. So waste management laws were enacted. There's a history of it. But why are we doing it? We are no more running locomotives with the steam engine. We have a huge problem here. Where is the root? Root is our lifestyle. The more you come from, because of your education to Sayari, you have either would have come from Chikmagalur, Shivamogga, all the rural areas, if at all you have come from. The intensity of the waste problem is less in the rural areas, but when you come to the cities, it is more. You know why? In a city, the density of population is very, very high. I'll give you an example. The density, an average density of an urban local body is 400 people per square kilometer. And I work in Ullar. You know the density of population in Ullar for 1 square kilometers? 4,400 people. 10 times. So what happens? The density is more. People cannot spread horizontally. They will start living vertically. Got it? So you start living in the flats. When you have a flat, you have a problem. How many are living in flats? Raise your hand. Just for. Now tell me the problem of flats, how to manage your waste. If you are sleeping, mother will be waking, come, the vehicle will be coming, take down to the lift and give the waste. Or else you will have to wait for the next day. Got it? Is it a problem? Yeah? Okay. So basically the point what I want to make is that waste is basically an urban problem, and most of the urban agglomeration that the people are living more, it is a problem and it has to be managed. So the government has brought in a lot of laws to that. So what we are doing is that we are working in Ullar and we thought that we should study how to put an end to this huge problem. Is there a way how to get out of this problem? So these are the areas that I will be covering. Okay. Now, we have studied about 3 major urban local bodies. You know what is the urban local body? The government set up mostly in the urban areas, but we do have one in Vansay Gram Panchayat, which is in Kundapur. Then we have a Matanur in Kannur, and we also worked in Ullar and also Mangalore City Corporation. Now you know that what is a waste and why it is a waste and why it is an urban problem. Now I will give you a little bit of statistics in terms of what is the number of waste which is being generated in Mangalore City Corporation. Mangalore City Corporation has got 60 wards. What is that? 60 wards. You know what is a ward? And roughly about 250 to 400 households. And you multiply it to 60 wards. That gives a number of houses in Mangalore City. So Mangalore City Corporation has around 1.56 lakh households. Just imagine every house is generating that much. What is the quantum of waste they are generating? 350 tons per day. What's that? Now in that, 60% are organic waste, which we call it as a biodegradable. What is a biodegradable? What is biodegradable? Which has come from earth and it can easily go back to the earth. Simple definition I am giving. It has come from earth. All the waste are being generated by the natural resources only, including plastic, thermocol, everything. All our human beings have invented these waste for their own benefits, not for to do harm for anybody, isn't it? Why thermocol is invented? Why plastic is invented? It's very easy to carry and easy to manage. And these things are used more in urban areas or rural areas? Comparatively. Urban areas, because you have no time, because you are studying or you are working, and you have to save your food so that it does not get spoiled. So you have thermocol, then you have refrigerator, a lot of things you get it so that within a short period of time you have to maintain this food or material, whatever you are eating, you have to save it so that it does not get spoiled. So all these material, whatever is being produced, which we call it as a non-biodegradable. Okay, there are only two categories, degradable and non-biodegradable. So what is the difference? All the items are produced out of natural resources. Some easily go back to they disintegrate and get back into the nature, like paper, cardboard, what else? Vegetables, last night leftover food, chicken waste, vegetable waste, all things. Whatever which goes out in your kitchen box, you'll find that can immediately go back to the nature. And when we say go back to nature, it can also be recycled into another alternative energy. What's the alternative energy? Food you can convert into biomanure. Fish waste, chicken waste, vegetable waste, can you convert it into manure? Yeah, with the process you can do that if you understand. That is, nothing happens. All these materials get disintegrated in nature after some time. It's like when we are dead, our body gets decomposed. Why? Why? It's a biological process. As long as we are alive and strong, other microorganisms cannot attack our body. We have antibodies. We are alive and talking. The moment you are dead, the other body microorganisms start entering and gets into the food cycle. It is true for human being. It is true for food. It's true for vegetable waste. Everything. That means every material has a shelf life. Correct? Like your shirt, remember that package. Vegetable also. If you peel the vegetable and throw it, after 3 hours or more, it starts getting decomposed. The bacteria start eating it. The smell and the gas, whatever you get, it is an indication of a decomposition process. It from one form, it is getting transformed into other form. From vegetable waste, it can be generated. If you do it in a process, you can generate gas. And it again be used as a resource. Got it? So non-biodegradable waste, what is the difference? What are the non-biodegradable waste? Plastic, thermocol, okay. Glass, what else? Okay. Now why it is called as non-biodegradable? Doesn't it have a shelf life? Does it have a shelf life, non-biodegradable? You must be knowing it. You would have googled it in many things. How many years a plastic takes to disintegrate into nature? 100 years. How many years the thermocol takes to disintegrate into nature? You say the number. If you Google it, you will get for every item, the glass. But we have a method of recycling. From one form, so the glass you can, for example in Bangalore, there is a social entrepreneur. He buys all your beer bottles and pays you money for that, empty. And he crushes it and sends it to the factory. And he says he is helping for the preserving of the environment. You got it? So glass, thermocol, cardboard, every material, even though it takes longer time to disintegrate into nature, it can be recycled. So some of the biggest problems what we are facing today is plastic waste, the mixed waste. In this entire garbage dump you will find it's a mixed waste. What is a mixed waste? What is a mixed waste? Both biodegradable and non-biodegradable, you mix it together. That is, your kitchen waste and leftover food, you put it in a plastic bag and leave it in the CNC vehicle. It becomes a mixed waste. Segregation becomes difficult. So, we have a huge problem. This is a picture of Pachanadi. You would have seen it in the newspaper recently. So, Mangalore has become a victim of indiscriminate landfill. Pachanadi is near Amanjur. All the 350 tons per day from Mangalore 60 watts and 17 tons per day from Ullal and about 10 tons per day for Bandwa. CMCs, all these are brought into Amanjur. And there is a company called as ILNFS, you heard about it, International Lease and Financing Limited. They are in for waste segregation work. Only Mangalore City Corporation has a landfill site, and this is the situation which has happened after 2013 they started putting it. Today now it is 2019. By this year, these houses were about 3 to 4 kilometers away from the original landfill site. Because of the incessant rain that we had in Mangalore, the entire mixed waste which is being put into the landfill, it started sliding down like avalanche and reached the houses called Mandala village. About 27 houses were submerged and all the coconut and arecanut plantations have been destroyed. Now the government has provided them an alternative arrangement. It is a shame for us. Such a literate district, we did not know what we were doing. So, coming to the problem, this problem has started from the literate section of our Mangalore, Ullal and other areas. People have started indiscriminately giving it without segregating, and all the waste have been brought and dumped there. Only 10% of the waste, out of 350, only 35 tons were segregated into biomanure. Rest of the 280 tons were dumped into Pachanadi to the landfill. This landfill concept has old concept, 30-40 years in Europe and UK it has been taken over. There is no landfill site concept. But we are adopting that method, and which has created natural disaster. Okay, now where is the root of this problem? How can we overcome this? So we find that all the studying major areas, we found that people are not willing to segregate, number one. And we would study also why people are not willing to segregate. The concept of waste and concept of not clean is part of our culture. The moment we keep everything, put it in the plastic bag and dispose it off, we consider ourselves clean. It's like you taking bath. Every house you see, as a part of our culture, whatever is of no use, they immediately would like to, whether it is biodegradable or degradable, will cleanly pack it and keep it outside the house. It has to do with the culture of our people. It is not only here, world over. If you see in the European countries and Japan, the height of segregation is at the topmost. They segregate everything, aluminium foil separately, no one-time use of plastic, like your earbuds, aluminium foils, plastic spoons, the plastic glasses bottle you use to buy juice and things like that, everything. All these are all one-time users, and the plastic plates also with the aluminium coated plastic. Because of the convenience we started using it, because of the time we do not have, we have no time to wash. So this has basically become the lifestyle of the people in the urban areas kept on changing with the development. So if you will go to the rural areas, you always would carry a cotton bag and you will redo it again and again. Now you will understand why they are doing it. There are all sustainable options which already had it, but as we came to the cities and urbanization, these problems, our lifestyle has become a big problem for the waste and resulted in these things. Now, whether literacy has any relationship to this waste management behavior, disposal, waste segregation? You think higher the literacy, higher the probability of people segregating? You agree?
Not really. Not really.
No? What do you think in your houses around? Who does the segregation at your home? In the kitchen? Generally mom or grandmother or your dad, because mother does the cooking, throwing out will be the dad's job. Is that? I don't know, I'm just asking. Just think. For a minute, you just think back to your home. Who does it? I myself have tried with my mother for a long time. My mother is about 80 years old. Of course, she is very progressive. But still, I found a deep engraved factor saying that this is clean and this is not clean, which is affecting her behavior of what has to be thrown and what has not to be thrown. Even in spite of telling that this plastic and all thermocol, everything and recycle, don't throw it away every day, throw it once in a week. In Mangalore city, we have non-biodegradable waste are collected once in a week. That's on Friday. You know that? In your villages, in your back home, which day of the week they collect? Thursday or Friday, but one day they do that. If you say that plastic bottles do not decompose, they do not bring out bad smell, but still they want to dispose it up. Whereas the food waste, leftover food, chicken, fish and everything, we cannot keep it for more than 2 days, isn't it? Have you tried keeping it? So you want immediately dispose, that is understood. But what your basic understanding, the whole problem whatever we are having, when we studied that Mangalore, Udupi and Kannur and Ullar, we found education has very little relationship to their behavior because it is deeply ingrained in their culture. We have not been able to find a solution to that. That is why I have come here. How to change the behavior of the people who are basically supposed to change. If our parents would have been able to convince and do the segregation at home, we would not have had a problem of Pachanadi today. Got it? So it has to start from there. Any amount of big vehicles, for example, Mangalore Anthony Company, which is leased out by Mangalore City Corporation for 23 crore rupees for 7 to 8 years. They have 150 vehicles, 750 workers. They have not been able to bring in change into that. They are just collecting it and transporting it. One company does that. Anthony Company only collects waste from all the 60 wards of Mangalore and brings it to Wamanjur, where there is a Island FS company which does the processing part. This is the first place where they dump first. With the windrow method, so I first request also all of you to make a visit to Wamanjur once, where they process huge quantity of waste, that is 350 tons per day. So Island FS company is an international company. They do it in Hyderabad and Lucknow, many other. Their version saying that much is less. They say that the quantum of waste what we get here is not economically viable to break even. So we need more waste. See the model. I want you to think. We are not thinking about changing the behavior of the people, but we are thinking about making people to buy more and do waste more. Right or wrong, you have to decide. But this is a huge problem for all the major cities in India. There is no way. Now, who are the stakeholders for this waste? Who are the stakeholders? citizens who are living in an urban area would like to have their compound clean first. Yes, house clean, compound clean, ward clean. Isn't it? So automatically the citizens become the first stakeholder. Then whose responsibility according to the MSW, Municipal Solid Waste Act, MSW they is called. The primary responsibility of keeping the city clean, ward clean is of the urban local body. They will be held accountable for that. And the National Green Tribunal as early as 2018 has come out with an ultimatum to all the chief secretaries of the state as well as all urban local bodies, saying that you will have to, within a period of time, you will have to ensure that all waste from the household should be nothing. Ban on the plastic of one-time use. Recently in the Mann Ki Baat, Prime Minister has also told we should have a campaign for removing one-time use of plastic, that is your spoons, glasses, aluminum foil, all the food which comes in Zomato and Uber Eats. They have little to eat but more to cover. More to waste. Just think about that. So it has to be banned. How can we ban it? Unless we change our behavior, it's difficult. So I say that what is waste you have to understand. Why it is a problem also you should understand. If you are not able to manage it, you will not be able to stay in Mangalore or Mahulla or any other places. That is why the individual citizens' responsibility will have to be there. Now let me come to some of the big issues. You see the market share, they say, we have 2 universities, 6 deemed universities, then engineering, 22, medical college, dental college and high schools are much more than that. Just imagine the number of students that we are having in Konaje, Manipal. So Kerala, this coastal belt is a hub for education. We call it as an education factories. 28,000 students, 8,000 students, 10,000 students. So look at so much of people coming from outside with a different cultural background. They have to survive. They have to order for Uber, Zomato. All the kind of hostel foods are not good. So along with it comes the price. Because if you have to order again, the food whatever you order should have been crispy, hot, tasty. If they have to do that, they will have to deliver the food in an aluminium foil with the silver coating. Kurkure, whatever you are eating, you just open the bag and just see it's a silver coated inside. Please remember these silver coated food items. Food comes in that silver coating item is non-biodegradable. It takes many years to decompose, disintegrate in nature. So whatever the materials are non-biodegradable which can be recycled, it could be a plastic of different grades, cardboards, many other items can be done that. Many efforts have been done to overcome this problem. So we have studied one say Gram Panchayat which has used solid and liquid resource management. It's a wonderful concept of Vellore Srinivasa. They manage the waste so that it does not become decomposed. Within 3 hours they collect it and dispose it up in a very small way in Gram Panchayat. So one say Gram Panchayat is a model which you can go and see. They are managing the waste in the Gram Panchayat, they are collecting it, and out of the profit they are paying the workers, and they are being able to increase their salary also over 1 year. It's a successful social entrepreneurship model which is aimed to happen in Udupi district. In Mattanur, Kerala, none of the house, the kitchen waste goes to municipality. 60,000 population, nearly 10,000 households are there. Every house will have a concrete bin, 2 bins, where they will put every day the kitchen waste into it and close it. Once the first bin, concrete bin fills it up, they will close it and open the second one. By the time the second bin comes to 90%, the first bin, the would have become a manual. Got it? Simple. I don't want to show the video and all. It is there. So more than 2,000 households they have given it. So no waste goes to the municipality. Yeah. Only the waste from market goes to that waste. They use it as a manual and they sell that manual for 10 rupees per kilo. Not that manual also does not do that. Actually, revenue generated. Once at Attavar, the biomanure in MCC, 10% out of 350 tons, 35 tons they generated biomanure. They sell that at 300 rupees per ton. Okay. Then in Attavar, out of the market is 10 rupees per kg. Then shredded plastic, 23 rupees per kg, and it is sent to a Green Kerala, a company which is providing as a supplementary material for preparing tar, to prepare roads. So that is some of the innovation that they have done. What we found is that most of the waste, more than 60% of the waste is reusable biomanure. That means without knowing we are just sending it out, just because it is wet. Actually, it could be converted into a biomanure within the household. Okay. Now I stop here for some time, then we can have a little bit interaction. The problems in the sector. The problems are for you now. We try to bring it, that is, we have to change towards the concept of waste. Encouraging, this is not good, we should not be touching the hand, is a deep side. We've studied thinking that whether Muslims, this attitude is more among the Muslims or the Hindus or the Christians. We studied that also. There is no difference. Everybody has that Puritan concept. Everybody want to be clean before taking bath, eating food, going to bed. Everybody want to take bath. So culturally, we did not find irrespective of the community background. Now, this is a big challenge for us. How will you make the people to think that this is biodegradable, this is degradable? If you mix it, what is going to happen? How you can reuse it, how you can reduce it, and how you can recycle it. This is a big challenge for us. Recently, we tried training 10,000 students from 1st standard to 9th standard in Ulla, 42 institutions. Now we wanted to study to what extent they have been able to influence their parents. We are doing an impact study. We think that the smaller children will have a greater influence on their parents to tell them don't throw this, segregate it and things like that. So we are yet to find out that. Okay. Then the sanitary napkin disposal and the diapers is a big problem. You will face it in your hostels, you will face it in your PGs. If the MCC faces it and CMC also faces it. Whenever they come for cleaning the underground drainage, they say that the pants are clean. This is everywhere, everywhere. Now, these are educated people, isn't it? Who are using, and that becomes becoming a problem for blockage of the drainage. Now, how to solve this problem? I'd be very grateful if your engineering mind can find out a way out for this. Every hostel, every school or institutions. How to manage campus? Because as you grow up, we find in rural, majority of the people come from abroad. Along with the abroad, their material, they bring all these pads and pampers for the old and for the youngest people. Now disposing it, where will they go? It takes about 1,000 years for a sanitary pad to disintegrate like plastic because they use silicone, waterproof. See that? We have to understand the material, then we have to manage it. Literacy has got no relation. See? That's a big problem which we are having, which we want you to find out. It will be very, very useful to the society. We kindly request you to think about it. Then reduce, reuse and recycling of waste. It's a slogan. When I say ask people, my own nieces and nephews, when they go to take a bag, what your old style? They will give in plastic glasses, chermuri or things like that. They bring it home. Right in front of our eyes. We feel very awkward. Again, we have to manage it. What do you do with that? Your own children are brought it home. Okay, how to reduce that means you have to be conscious first. Before going to a shop, you have to be very clear that what you are going to buy, whether you should accept the plastic container or you take your own so that you can contribute for the reduction of it. Reusing classic example like you. If you are in South Canada, it's very interesting. Most of the people are in Gulf. When they come back, come home, they bring cigarette plastic, very thick one. They would not throw it. It is reusable. For years you can use it very nicely. That's a classic example that you reuse it and you safely keep it. Why do you do that? Because it has a high, what is that? Microns, very thick, does not get spoiled. And it's a very safe, you get a very safe feeling and also a status feeling. Reusing. Then recycling that, you see our ancestors are used to it. Recycling is not a new concept. For example, in every house, in the rural areas, all this coconut, paper, everything we will put it to the fire to heat, to take bath in the evening. Yeah? Hello? Do that. Even though we say that burning is wrong, but we do it. We have a sustainable method. If there is whatever the food left over, we will put it in the coconut. ಅದರ ಬುಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಹೌದಾ? ನಾಯಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಕೋಳಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ತುಂಬ ಆದರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಇವರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪೋಲ್ಟ್ರಿ ಇವರಿಗೆ. Correct? So this is not a sustainable method which we already have it, but we have forgotten because as we come to the city, we have to search for a chicken or a dog to feed. See, our lifestyle is the root of this problem. Now how? This is the problem. Now how will you solve this? All of us are facing. If you find a solution, it can give a lot of answers throughout the world. Then, Pachani is management of a landfill. If you look into the Mangalore City Commissioner's brochure, they will say that every day, whatever is untreated, unsegregated waste, they will take it in the lorry and put it there. Then they will put a layer of soil. They have been doing it since 2013. Now that layer slide down and went into the village. I think that there is no engineering students were there when they were doing it. Now they are trying to salvage it by calling NITK, some from Tamil Nadu, to solve the problem. To maintain the problem, how to find solution, but not for the root of the problem. We want, without this thing, how can we have an alternative for landfill site? I want you to think, I don't want to give the answer. These are the three areas which your brains are required for this society. So developing a behavioral change communication to reduce, reuse and at household and commercial establishment level. Household is the money. Commercial establishment is all the restaurants, Madhve hall, hotels, all this. They also generate a lot. Now how will they make them do that? It is very easy for the municipality or the urban local body to control this commercial establishment because they are the people who are giving them the license. So it is very easy to tie up that. But households, they don't care. They say that now tax we don't want to segregate. You segregate. This is a challenge for us. Okay. Developing a simple, affordable biogas units. I mentioned about the biodegradable concrete things. It is really heavy. It's not easy for our mother to take it or move it even thinking about that. So I think that some innovation is required. Technological innovation is required in designing a bio-menu unit. Small, affordable, at the household level. When you are designing, think about your mother. Think about your old father. They should be able to do it because they are the ones who are at home. So that is lacking. Then developing social entrepreneurship model for recycling, plastic bottle, thermocol, sanitary pads and tampons. We are waiting for you all to find out what could be done. World is still waiting. In Amazon it is available. I mean the diaper and sanitary pad destroyer or burner they call it. From 12,000 to 20,000 different models are there. It's not affordable for every household to buy it. Okay? So please come out with some innovative models. It will be very useful. People will remember. The world will remember it. Because we have created, we cannot go back now. Then, developing a sustainable model for zero waste management, campuses, higher education, college, schools and environment. House is one institution. Agree? This Sahyadri campus is one more institution. Government offices, Gram Panchayat offices, all these offices and high school, every officer should be able to maintain their campus as a zero waste management compliant. What is the zero waste management? The people who are living there, working there will know 100% what has to be recycled, what has to be sent for recycling and reusing and developing manure and biogas. Depending upon their size. They need not be dependent on others. Here I stop. Okay. Now we will have question and answer. I still feel there are a lot of things which need to be done, and the technology and your social accountability, the issues, which is very important. There should be a synchronization and a synergy.